Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Phantom Sableye here, and I'm coming to you with the final live video of the NU tier matches. Hopefully, we can find some competitive battles as well as some entertaining ones. And yeah, with that, let us find some battles. We find a battle straight away, and my opponent has a really cool team, very tough-looking team. He does have the wheezing, which is a problem for us. We do have the Phi, our Mist Spirit, which can handle the wheezing. He does have a Primate, which I definitely expect to be Choice Scarf. He has a Rapid Spinner in his Claydol, and Schwellow is always a problem as well. A pretty tough Pokemon to deal with, especially if it has Facade Guts. I expect him to lead off with his Claydol to try and get up the rocks, or he could lead off with his Primate or a Schwellow. I'm going to lead off with Young, hoping that that is my best switch in to get up our Stealth Rock straight away. If he opens up with Claydol, I can go for the Scald or do whatever from there. He doesn't have a really good switch in for Young. His only real switch in being his Mismagius. He does lead off with his Magmortar. I definitely expect him to switch out here. I don't know if Magmortar gets Giga Drain, though. If it gets Giga Drain, he might just stay in and go for it and risk it. Oh, it actually gets Thunderbolt. And he gets the Paralysis. Man, I tell you, Young is like a target for Paralysis or any other statuses. It's ridiculous. I'm going to click Scald if he decides to stay in. Actually, yeah, I should have switched out here. Oh, he actually switches into his Claydol. It's definitely not going to appreciate a Scald, as it actually took that fairly well. I sort of expect that to be especially defensive, so because of that, I'm going to switch out to Jack. I definitely expect him to go for the Rapid Spin. He actually goes for the Charge Beam, which is interesting. Charge Beam Claydol. I've never seen Claydol used before, actually. I definitely expect him to switch out into his Wheezing. So I'm going to switch out into Phi. He could switch out into his Magmortar as well, I guess. Or even the Schwellow. But I definitely see the Wheezing coming in most likely. As he does bring in his Wheezing. I'm just going to click Psychic because he does not have much that can take a Psychic. Magmortar, when it's come in, it's going to take quite a bit of damage. He could bring his Claydol back in if he wants. I'm just going to go for Energy Ball. This thing is ridiculously bulky. But I do know that it has no forms of recovery, so that's good for us. I'm just going to go for another Energy Ball, even though I sort of expect him to switch out. But he doesn't. He does get the Rapid Spin off before we kill him, which is good for him, bad for us. He does switch in his Mismagius, which is a problem for our team. I sort of want to switch out into Game Boy Luke or Young. I kind of want to get a Rocks back up because it does 25% of the Magmortar and the Schwellow. I kind of want to switch out Jack. I think I am going to switch out into Jack. As he goes for the Shadow Ball, we do resist it, but man, it does a lot. Is he going to predict me to... I'm going to switch out into Young. He actually stayed in. Went for the Dazzling thing. Very good. Well, I don't know about a good play by my opponent. I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks again. Hopefully we can land the Shadow Ball. And hopefully we don't get paralyzed. It actually has Taunt, so that was good for him. Oh, no. Don't, no. That was a bad switch for us. That was a bad switch. I'm going to click Psycho Punch here. That's easily able to take the Mismagius. Reason why that was a bad switch is it brought Jack all the way down to 2%. That was really bad. Oh, man. I did not mean to do that. It's fine, though. We did not knock out the Mismagius, which was a problem for the team. I definitely see the Wheezing coming out here. Will-O-Wisp, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, maybe. Young seems like a nice switch in here. Toxic Spikes. Alright. I can live with Toxic Spikes if I can get my own Stealth Rocks up. Although it would be quite annoying, but I feel as though that I can handle toxic spikes. He does switch out to a Schwello, and I am able to get the Stealth Rocks up, which is really good for me. He's going to go for the Facade, and that's easily going to be able to take out our Young. Right here I can just switch out into Game Boy Luke because we are physically defensive, and we can take pretty much anything a Schwello wants to dish out. I'm just going to click Volt Switch, because it's super effective against the Schwello. If he wants to switch out, then I can get the Switch Initiative, which is always good for us. That Primeape is still very threatening to me. He does stay in. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, and it's easy to be able to take out the Schwello, which is good for us. I'm just going to switch out into Jack. That way, okay, that was a bad idea. Well, actually, I can just go straight back out into Game Boy Luke, actually. So I guess it wasn't too bad of an idea. This way it sort of forces out the Weezing or the Magmortar. I sort of expect the Weezing to come out. And no. I expect the Magmortar to come out. It actually just brings out the Primeape instead. I'm just going to go for the Air Slash here. Hoping that I can live whatever it wants to go for and knock it out with the Air Slash, or at least do a heck of a lot of damage to it. As he actually goes to the Rocket Slide, he gets a crit. I'm not too sure if that mattered, but I can switch out into Fire right now. And does this thing get knocked off? I'm just going to click Psychic, because if he wants to switch out into his Magmortar, so be it. If he decides to stay in, a Psychic should be able to kill the Primeape or the Weezing if it wants to come in. The Magmortar is still a problem. He goes for the Poison Jab. I guess he's sort of fishing for the poison. He does not get it. I do need to save Phi, though. So when his Magmortar comes in, I'm going to have to switch out into our Heatmor. Or at least I feel as though I should switch out into Heatmor. Hopefully Heatmor can take whatever hit this wants to go for. As it does go for the Fire-type move, so that was good for us. I'm just going to click Focus Blast. I sort of expect this thing to be Scarfed or Specs, so maybe I should go for the Fire Blast, but if it's not... Wait, this thing doesn't get Flash Fire? Oops, sorry about that, guys. What is going on with my mouse? This thing does not get Flash Fire, so because of that, I'm gonna go for the Fire Blast instead, because I have no reason not to go for the Fire Blast. So yeah, I don't see him winning anymore, because we still have Sturdy on our socks. Sure, we are poisoned, but it should be fine. He is thinking quite a bit about what he wants to do here. But I think we have him. He's just going to go for another Fire Blast. And, yeah, I sort of expected them to be locked in. And I'm just going to click Fire Blast again as he switches out into his Weezing, and that should easily be able to knock it out. But we do miss. It's unfortunate. But we are faster. Oh, we are actually not faster than a Weezing. Our opponent does forfeit, though. And because of that, we are going to take the W. And we will be able to look for another match. Hopefully we can find a very competitive match. Okay, so we find our opponent here, which has a pretty cool looking team. He has the normal Rotom. He has Mantine, a Rhydon, a Chimecho, which is really interesting to see. I love Chimecho. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. He has the Gallade, which is very threatening, and the Sneasel, which is obviously extremely threatening to our team. Because of this, he does have weaknesses to the Stealth Rocks, though Mantine does have Defog to get rid of them. I'm going to open up with Young, though. Yikes. Okay, so he opens up with his Rotom. I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock anyway, He doesn't go for the Volt Switch. If he switches out into his Mantine, that'll probably be the best play for him. As he does switch out into his Mantine, very good play by my opponent. Definitely expect this to go for the Defog. He actually goes for the Toxic, but misses, which is good for us. I sort of want to go for the Volt Switch, but I expect the Rhydon to come out. Then again, we are faster than Rhydon, so I'm just going to click Volt Switch anyway. He has to Protect to be able to scout out what I'm going to go for. That was a good play by my opponent. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp now, though, because I sort of expect him to switch out into Rhydon, which is exactly what he does. And we do land the Burn or the Will-O-Wisp, which is good for us. Very, very good for us. I am going to switch out into Phi. As he goes for the Stealth Rocks, that's fine by me. I'm going to go for the Calm Mind because, well, actually I shouldn't have gone for the Calm Mind. But I am going to go for it anyway because he still has the Sneasel, which can do, okay, so he switches out into his Gallade. I was really hoping I would catch the Sneasel, but we don't. His Gallade is definitely Assault Vest because it took that Energy Ball crate so well. I'm just going to go for the Psychic anyway, get as much damage off on this Gallade as I possibly can before I go down. 284 speed, I don't think Sweaty can outspeed it, but I don't want to break my Sash. That's a huge, huge problem. I'm going to go out into Game Boy Luke here, and I'm just going to click Air Slash. Yeah. Okay, we outsped, which is interesting. That's fine by me, though. Air Slash was able to take out the Gallade, which is good for us. He does switch out into his Sneasel. I'm really hoping we can live. Please don't flinch, and please land the Will-O-Wisp. Please land it. Once again, Sneasel is able to dodge a Will-O-Wisp. That is terrible. A knockoff's going to be able to take out Young. Icicle Crash or Ice Shard should easily be... this is terrible. I hate... That is so annoying when you miss the Will-O-Wisp. A knockoff will easily be able to take out Seth. That was so unfortunate. I'm going to have to go up into Sweaty here. Oh, man. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge. So he switches out into the Rhydon. Good play by him. Trying to sack it off. Darn it. Man, I don't know if a knockoff can knock out the Rhydon. So I'm just going to go for close combat here. This Sneasel is going to be able to take me out. If we would have gotten the burn on the Sneasel, we could have won this easily. Hands down, no questions about it. But because we missed, which we usually do anyway, because we are unlucky, we are going to have a much, much more difficult time. He's going to go for the Volt Switch. I kind of expected him to do that. The Sneasel is being brought down quite a bit thanks to Rocks. I sort of expect him... Okay, so he switches back out into a Sneasel. I'm going to go for the Scald here. As he goes for the knockoff, better play by him. Or one of the best play for him. I have to go back out into Sweaty and hope that I can at least take one hit. I'm just going to go for a knockoff. Please don't flinch. Oh my goodness. Well, we lost to Cax. That's all I have to say. We lost the Hex because, yeah, that was so ridiculous, this dude. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch, even though he's going to go for the Ice Shard. I guess I better play would have been going for the Swords Dance, I guess, but it really doesn't matter. He's going to go out in his Mantine. easily be able to outspeed me if he has speed investments. I'm going to go for the Seed Bomb. It's going to bring him down all the way down, 29%. I bet he should have gone for a Roost if he had it, but I guess he doesn't. Seth, I don't think Seth can take out this Mantine. And we still have a Chimecho and a stupid Rotom to get through. I'm going to click Fire Blast, hope for the best. He's going to live it, of course. And he's going to Toxic me. We would have easily won this match if it wasn't for all those hacks. So I'm pretty upset about that. I'm really upset about that. As we easily would have been able to defeat our opponent because of if it wasn't for hacks. We're going to be knocked out next turn no matter what. I sort of expect the Rotom to be Choice Scarfed. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch. That's easily going to be able to knock off the Rotom. But it does not matter because we're going to die to Toxic anyway. Good game, whatever. We're going to find one more battle and after this battle I think I'm going to end it off with that. I'm going to open up with Young and get up our Stealth Rocks. I'm going to start the timer on this guy. I sort of expect him to open up with a Liepard. If he does, he might just go for the taunt, which would be unfortunate for us. He has no way to get rid of Stealth Rocks besides Defog on either his Schwellow or his Scyther. So if I can get our Stealth Rocks up, hopefully it will stay for the entirety of the game. If he opens up with the Electivire, that would probably be the worst lead for us, unless of course he has taunt on his Liepard. So either one of those two would probably be the worst lead for us. Hopefully he does not lead with any of those two. I would sort of want him to lead off with his Mismagius, if anything, unless he has the taunt on that as well, or the Substitute. So I guess the best lead for us would probably be I guess the Muck. My opponent's definitely taking his sweet time thinking about what he wants to do. Hopefully he doesn't time out. Oh man, I'm still pretty upset. I'm pretty upset about that last match. Then again, we have been winning a lot of matches in the NU tier because of hacks, so I guess I can't complain too much. But still. Oh man. Our opponent is definitely wearing the clock down, as he is down to 40 seconds to make his decision. That Muck is a huge problem for our team, actually. We don't have anything to really handle a Muck. He's down to 30 seconds. 30 seconds before you have to make it, before you time out, son. Alright, he's down to 20 seconds. If he does time out, I will look for another match, because I don't want to end it off with a timeout. It's down to 10 seconds. I sort of expect him to time out. Yeah, yep. Alright, so he loses to inactivity. We will find another match. So I guess it sort of made up for the loss to hacks. We lost to somebody because of hacks, and then I guess we take a win because of inactivity, so I guess we made up our points. I guess I don't know how much I lost or how much I really gained from those two matches right there. I don't really pay attention too much to the points in the NU tier because I don't really expect myself to come back into the NU tier anyway. Plus, this is a suspect test, so your points aren't really going to stay for long, as it's most likely going to be reset after the test. We do find a match. Our opponent has a really cool team. I definitely expect to lose to this team, though. It has all shinies, I believe, on his team, except for the Wigglytuff. I don't remember if that's shiny Wigglytuff. But he has all shinies on his team. Really cool looking team, though. I really like it. Very bulky and very tough looking team. I'm going to lead off with... I'm going to lead off with Jack, because I sort of expect him to lead off with Meowstic, and I can just Swords Dance against this Meowstic. If he wants to switch out into his Torkoal or his Leafeon, so be it. Or even his Wigglytuff, so be it. I guess he has a lot of things that can handle Jack. He is going to decide to switch out into his Wigglytuff. I'm going to go for the Seed Bomb because it should easily be able to take... Oh my goodness, that was absolute destruction. Oh wow, that was ridiculously powerful. I sort of expect this Leafeon to have X Scissors, so I'm going to switch out into our Game Boy Luke. And that is going to easily be able to take the X Scissor. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch because I sort of expect him to switch out here. And I don't know, maybe with the Meowstic or the Torkoal or Throw or something, I don't know. But I'm going to go for the Volt Switch here. As he does go out into the Torkoal, we can see that he's physically defensive. Considering how much that Volt Switch did. It did quite a bit of damage to Torkoal. So I'm going to switch out into Young. I sort of expect him to switch out here, so I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks. Hopefully I'll be able to get them up for free. Hopefully he does switch out. If he does switch out, he's probably going to switch out into his Leafeon or his Rotom Fan. Either or I am fine with. Thanks, friend. Thank you, friend. Alright, so we're able to get the Stealth Rocks on the Rotom Fan. I am going to just go for the Icy Wind because I sort of expect him to go for the Volt Switch. And whatever he switches out into, I will be able to slow down. I definitely expect him to switch out into Leafeon. So it will be super effective. Oh, he actually switches out into Throw. You don't have the Mold Breaker. Oh, you have Guts. Okay. That's scary. I'm just going to leave Young in here to die. Because Young can't really... Oh, my lord. That is bad. Oh, okay. This thing has Rest. Okay, that's not good. I'm going to switch straight out into 5 because I cannot risk this. Storm Throw. Crits. Crits. Alright, that's fine by me. I'm just going to click Psychic because I cannot mess around with that throw. He does just switch out into his Meowstic. I'm fine with that. I do get a crit. I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. I sort of expect him to set up the screens. That's perfectly fine because I can just set up with Calm Minds all the time. Unless he has Thunder Wave or Taunt, which would be annoying. Or Toxic, I guess. Both are annoying. But I'm going to continuously set up with Calm Mind. I'm going to go for another Calm Mind. He does have the Toxic, which is unfortunate for us. I'm going to get up to +3, and I think I'm going to start attacking right here, right now, because I don't want the toxic damage to continuously rack up. As he's actually going to switch out in his Leaf, and I'm really hoping I can take an X Scissor, as we do, and I'm going to be able to get the Psychic off on the Leafeon, and that's going to be able to knock out the Leafeon. And nothing else on his team outspeeds our fire, so we should be able to take, and we should be able to damage whatever wants to come out. As he decides to sack off his Torkoal, which is fine by us, because he now has to live with those Stealth Rocks on the field. I'm going to switch out to Game Boy Luke because if he decides to switch out into Throw, I can just Air Slash and hopefully it will die. As he actually decides to switch out in his Meowstic, I'm perfectly fine with that. I can easily go for the Volt Switch. As he goes for the Side Shock, that's going to do absolutely nothing because we are physically defensive. We have seen its full moveset, I do believe. Yeah, we've seen its full moveset because of that, I do know that it cannot touch our Jack. So, I'm just going to go for the Seed Bomb. Get as much damage off of whatever I want. Or whatever he wants to switch out into, which is his Throw. I definitely don't agree with that play. He should have definitely switched out into his Rotom Fan. It would have been a much, much better play for him. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch in case he does attack me, which he does. And he does miss the Air Slash, which is super unfortunate. I'm going to click Sucker Punch again, and that's easily going to be able to knock out his Rotom Fan because he no longer has the Reflect Up. So, good game to my opponent because I definitely cannot see him coming back with his Meowstic because we have 5 Pokemon still left. Did we hack this guy? I don't think we really did. We just sort of outplayed him. I'm going to go for the Seed Bomb because he doesn't really have anything to hit me with anyway. So I have no reason to go for the Sucker Punch anyway. So, good game from my opponent. And with that, I think I am going to end it off here. And that is it for the NU tier. We are finally moving out of the NU tier. I am so happy. I hope you guys are happy as well, because I hate NU. uh, sorry about that, guys. Sorry to whoever loves NU out there. I just don't understand NU. I'm not a good NU tier player. Not at all. Or at least I don't think I am. But we did fairly well. We did only lose about, I don't know, 6 times during all 6. Actually, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 6 times I think we lost. Which I guess isn't too bad. It's kind of bad, but can't really do much. Would have loved to. I would have loved to have gone in the NU tier and get the same record as we did in UU. Because as you guys know, we did go, what was it, 12-1, 14-1? I can't remember exactly what we went in the UU tier, but we did have a very strong win streak, and then we lost that one game, which was super unfortunate. But that guy just, I don't know what happened. I think he was outplaying me, and I just wasn't thinking very well at all during that match, and we ended up losing it. But with that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will come to you tomorrow or the day after with a team builder in the new tier or next tier that we will be entering. And hopefully you guys enjoy. I am definitely going to enjoy this tier. I love this tier because one of my favorite Pokemon is in there. So I'm really excited to use this Pokemon, and I'm excited to go into this tier and get out of this one. But as I said before, I hope you guys enjoy, and as always, take care.